Hey Ross World, my money makes money. Let's very quickly break down bond versus a stock. So a bond is basically money, a loan that you give to a corporation or some sort of government entity on the basis of them paying you back with interest. Okay, so you give them a certain amount, and that's even when you invest in these ETFs. Some of this stuff goes in bonds because bonds are safer, because basically you're loaning your money to a corporation for them to simply give you back money for your money. Just as though you may go to a bank and say, hey, I need a loan for $10,000, and they say, okay, the interest on that loan is about 3 to 4%. Now, even with bonds, that's the same thing you're doing. You're giving money to the government, and who knows what they're doing with the money. But these are trustworthy entities, corporations that you're going to get your money back. And that's why you can always pull your money back out because of these bonds, because they are really secured, they're really insured, even through the FDIC, and also governed through the U.S. Securities Commission and Exchange. Okay, and I probably threw all those words together. The U.S. Security Exchange and Commission, something like that. Okay, so they give that money to them to do whatever they need to do with it. That's really not my business. I don't care, because you're going to get your money back. Okay, they're only going to put it in companies where they know they're going to get their money back. So it's much, 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 much safer than a stock. Okay, that's why you may look on these ETFs and you say, oh, 10% is in a bond and 90% are in stocks. Okay, because with these bonds, since it's a loan, you're really not getting that much money back on your return. You are making money, okay, maybe 3 or 4%, but on stocks you can make anywhere from 8 to 14%. So the percentages are astronomical in the sense of your return, the amount that's coming back to you. So that's important to know, that when you're doing your diversification, whether you are turning up the aggressiveness in your account, whether it be individual stocks or your ETFs, it's just good to know. That way you can know how your account may grow one way, or decidedly grow in little itty bits and little fractions of an amount. Okay, and stocks, we talked about this before. Stocks is basically a company came online. Maybe they were private at first, so they was not on the stock market because they didn't need your capital. They didn't need extra money. But now companies need to grow. They need money. They want it now. They have bigger and better ideas. They want to come out with new products and purchase lines and gadgets and tech or whatever. So they make themselves public for you and me to buy into their company. So now we own a fraction. We own a piece of that company. And how do we do that? We buy stock. So when we buy stock, that money goes to them. They do whatever. Now, when they take your money, and this is only for the people who are buying like thousands of stocks, like someone owes 10% of Tesla, okay? Someone owns 10%, that's a lot of stocks. They probably have 50,000 of that company, 50,000 stocks, okay? And they're on the board or something just by the amount of stocks that they bought. And they can make decisions and raise a hand and vote on particular things. I don't get into all that, but you are still a owner of that company. This is a small fraction, really minuscule. You really don't have a say so. But when that company stock goes up, you make money. That's the insurance, or not the insurance. That's the profit that you will receive. And those dividends are when companies say, hey, we're doing great. We're going to pay back our investors. It doesn't matter what part of the investor you are, you're going to get a little bit of money back. That's the difference between a bond and a stock. This is Ross World. I'm out.